Good morning, children. Welcome to Chapter 7 Emergence of Kingdoms and Republics, Part 2. In previous video, Part 1, we discussed about Mahajanapadas, Janapada and Mahajanapadas. There were 16 Mahajanapadas are there. In this video, you are going to learn in detail about these Mahajanapadas. How do we know about the Mahajanapadas? We get to know much about those villages and towns from two kinds of sources, from archaeological excavations in different places, the books composed during the period. Okay, there were 16 Mahajanapadas were there. Okay, those villages and towns were called as Mahajanapadas, and how those people used to live, who used to rule for those areas. Those are how we got the information, how we got the evidences from the two sources. What are the two sources? Archaeological excavations in the different places and the books composed during the period. Let us discuss in detail about these archaeological excavations and the books. Archaeologists have excavated hundreds of sites in Ganges Valley and have tried to know more about the lives of the people of those days. Okay, these archaeological evidences means those archaeologists already know who are they will do they will do the excavations of the past. Okay, so like that, hundreds of sites they found in Ganges Valley. So what is Ganges Valley? The area, the place between the Himalayas and the hills of the Deccan Plateau, that area is called as Gangetic Valley or Ganges Valley. There river Ganges and Yamuna, some important rivers flow, and those soils and those places are very fertile. Already these are we discussed in previous video. So from that place only they got that archaeologists got so many evidences about the lives of the people of those days. And some important archaeological sites at the time of Mahajanapadas are Hastinapura, modern Delhi, Atranjikara, Kausambi near Allahabad, Pataliputra. From those places, from those areas, they got evidences about Mahajanapadas. Now books. The books during that period were mostly religious. Even though they are religious, they tell us a lot about the towns and villages and about the kings and rulers of those times. Means those books are religious, even though they tell us a lot of information about the towns and villages and the kings, the rulers of those times. Some books were even written by people of distant countries like Greek. It means from faraway countries, that means some distant countries only, some people they came to visit our places and they wrote so much information about these Mahajanapadas in their books. Those books also tell us more about these Mahajanapadas. Next, some important books written during this period are Upanishads, Dharma Sutras, Diganikaya, Majjhima Herodotus History, etc. These are the books tell us about the Mahajanapadas at that time. Okay. Now Mahajanapadas. We learn from the books of those times that agriculture was managed by landowners called Grihapatis or Gahapatis, who usually worked along with their family members on the fields. It means the person who have owned land, those were called as landowners and also called as Grihapati or Gahapati. Okay, those people only used to do the agriculture. That work they used to do along with their family members in the agricultural fields. But they also employed dasas or slaves who were probably captured in wars and sold to farmers and workers called Butchkas or who worked on their fields and homes in return for wages. That means These Grihapatis or Gahapatis, along with their family members, they used to employ some persons. Those are called as dasas or slaves. Already we discussed who are dasas in last class, previous chapter. Okay, who were probably captured in wars and sold to power. And workers. Workers means, see, they will do the work. For doing the work, they will get something in return. Okay, yes, wages are like that. So those workers were called as Vartukas. Okay, there are some Grahapatis, they used to employ some persons to work on their fields. Some wealthy Grahapatis had more land and slaves to work for them. Okay, some wealthy Grahapatis, that means wealthy people, that means rich people. If they want so much land, okay, more land. Then some slaves also they used to have, that means some persons to work in their fields and at their homes. So, during that period, two major changes happened in the agriculture during the Mahajana period. What are those? See, use of iron plowshares and plantation of paddy saplings improved agriculture productivity because of the usage of the iron plowshares. That means iron tools they use it to do the agriculture, and plantation of paddy saplings also. Because of that also, the agriculture productivity improved a lot. Agricultural productivity means from that agriculture they got so much production. What is the production? What they cultivated in their lands, pulses, grains, whatever it may be. They got so much production. And promotion of irrigation facilities also increased production. Irrigation facilities means water supply to the agricultural fields. That also promotion of irrigation facilities means they irrigated their land properly. That means more water they have supplied at the time. Because of that also the production was increased. Okay. What do we call the following people in our regional language? See what a person who weaves cloth or blankets, the person is called as weaver. Who keeps sheep, shepherd. Who makes things of iron, blacksmith. Who makes pots, potter. So these people all they have some skill and they will do this work to get something. Okay, so a weaver is there. He will make the clothing and blankets. Then he will sell those and whatever they want they can get. Like that shepherd also. Like that blacksmith also. Blacksmith he will do the tools made up of iron and he will supply to the farmers and other people. Because of in return he will get something. Like that potter also. Okay, potter he will make the pots and he will sell to the other people. All the people they need pots now to cook their food and store their grains. Okay, like that. And headman. Who is headman? See, usually the largest landowner became the headman of the village. He was the leader of the village. That means who has more land, that person can become the headman of the village. He is only the leader of the village, and he was also used by the king to collect taxes from the villagers. So in the kingdom, from all the villagers they have to pay some tax to the king. Okay, so for every village and so for every area, the king can't send any person or he can't come to collect the taxes. That's why for every village this headman should be there, and that headman only has the responsibility to collect the taxes from the villagers. And he also acted as a judge and sometimes as a policeman to maintain law and order in the village. So he is only the leader of the village now. That's why any dispute came, any thing happened in that particular village, he acted as the judge, otherwise sometimes as a policeman also. And this may have helped many headmen to increase their power and resources in the villages. Like this headman, they can increase their power also because of that, and resources also in the villages. Now craft persons. Craft persons means who has skill to do something. those are called as craft persons. In most of the villages, there were craft persons. Blacksmiths made tools necessary for agriculture like plowshares, sickles, axes, arrows, etc. That means blacksmith. He will make the tools with iron. Okay, so what tools he will make? Which are necessary for agriculture? What are those? Plowshares, sickles, axes, arrows, etc. Potters made pots for cooking and storing grains. Carpenters made carts, plows, furniture, etc. Weaver wove cloth for the villagers. The potters made earthen pots. Some of these were grey in color and others were red. Okay, the potter can make so many pots and he can give to all the villagers. Okay, those pots were in grey color, sometimes in red color also. One special type of pottery found at these sites is known as painted greyware. So while doing the excavation, the archaeologists, they got some pots. Which color? Painted greyware they got. Then those grey pots contain designs, usually simple lines and geometric patterns. Let us see the pot. So this is only greyware, painted greyware like that. See, this is grey color pot, and on that they have drawn some patterns also, some decoration they have done for the pot. During excavations, the archaeologists got this pot. Okay. Probably the Grihapatis gave them grains in return for their products. Grihapatis means landowners, you know. Okay, so the blacksmiths supply iron tools which will be needed for the agriculture. They will give to the Grihapatis. Then instead of taking those, these Grihapatis can give some grains to those blacksmiths. Otherwise, whatever it may be. Those products were necessary for agriculture, but the Grihapatis may not have had the time or skill to make them. So Grihapatis means landowners. They can do only agriculture. They can't make the iron tools, otherwise they can't make the pots like that. That's why they have to take those things from them and they have to give grains in return to those people. Why? Because they don't have any time and skill also to make those all. And agrarian surplus and increase in craft products resulted in the emergence of trading and exchange centers. Okay, agrarian surplus, that means from the agriculture they will get so many grains, so much production they will get, grains, surpluses, anything. Okay, they will keep how much they need, they will keep. Remaining all they have to give to others, they have to sell to others. Okay, like that. And increase in craft products also. Okay, because of that, the craft persons, they made so many things. Potter can make pots, blacksmith can make tools, iron tools, and the weaver can make the clothing, all those. So how much they need, those they have to keep with them. Remaining surplus they have to sell to others. Because of that, that resulted in the emergence of trading and exchange centers. Trading means business. Okay, and exchange centers, they will exchange their goods. The potter will give the pots to others. Whatever he needs, that he can take from others. Okay, in return, like that. Then this surplus and increase in craft products resulted in the emergence of trading and exchange centers. Children, I think all of you understand. We'll continue next part in next video. Now assignment for you. What are the sources of history of Mahajanapadas? Who are weavers? Name the tools necessary for agriculture. Agriculture was managed by landowners called dash. Dash made tools necessary for agriculture. Thank you.